Back with the new video. Break on the verified Instagram page of Gennady Golovkin. Same questions over and over. There's a lot of people giving this guy way too much credit. He's got 300 amateur fights. No one ever saw, no one ever knows about. You know, amateur is amateur. I boxed in the amateurs. I went 21-1 in the amateurs. I lost the decision to a guy who I felt I won, but you know, obviously the judges, you know, it goes by points. You're not able to knock out everybody in the amateurs. They have headgear and it's 8 counts for everything. So it's not the same in an amateur fight versus the pros. In the pros, people knock people outbox people. People don't just score points to win a fight. It's a 12-round fight. This is not the amateurs. 300 fights in the amateurs doesn't mean anything to me. Canelo has been learning as a pro since he was 15. So he's learning on the job, getting better on the job. He's taking his time to work on his craft. That's what makes the difference. I don't see a difference in Gennady Golovkin, and I've seen Gennady Golovkin's fights when he debuted to the Gennady Golovkin now. The same type of Gennady Golovkin. Doesn't have any competition in middleweight, because that's the truth. There's no names on his resume. The best name you got on there is Daniel Jacobs. Answer me that. Why? If he's 35 years old, his best name is Daniel Jacobs, a guy who's been knocked out before. So like I've been telling y'all, don't go with what HBO or all these casual press fans look, give y'all what they tell y'all. Some people just give that guy too much credit, and I think he's gotten too much credit. He's a great fighter, but he's got too much credit. People say he knocks people out in sparring and all that bullshit. Man, they wear fucking big ass gloves, and no one is trying to hurt each other, really. They're just trying to get work in, and that's why, you know, people getting excited over what? Trust me, I know for a fact that if Canelo didn't know or knew he did not have a chance, he wouldn't fight him. He has a chance. He sparred him already. He was 20 years old. He's a bigger dude now. He's gonna give him some work. You're gonna think that it's gonna be easy to knock out Canelo, but Canelo has defense. Canelo moves his head. Canelo has good reflexes. Canelo catches punches. He's not just gonna go down and lay down for Gennady Golovkin. You guys, you're looking at this the wrong way. You know, just break down his record. It's easy, as simple as that. Break down Gennady Golovkin's record. Break down Canelo's record. Simple as that. If you look at it, if you look at their records, look at who he's faced that's a world champion, who he's faced that's even a multiple world champion. He's never faced a guy that's had 2 championships probably. And if he did, he wasn't any good, because the middleweight division ain't any good. There's nothing but European fighters in the middleweight division since Hopkins left it. And all these European fighters don't have the African American skill, and none of them have that Mexican will, that Mexican cojones, huevos, to fucking stay in there with Golovkin. The African American fighters he has fought have had no power besides Daniel Jacobs, and Daniel Jacobs has already been knocked out. So the guys that Gennady Golovkin has faced all had losses on their resume already. Tell me about some that didn't have losses, you know, or that had draws or whatever, or weren't even known, no-name guys like David Lemieux. Wasn't really a name, couldn't sell pay-per-view. You got Stevenson, who is a hard hitter but didn't have no name. Nobody knows him out of New York. I know him because I'm a hardcore boxing fan. Nobody else knows him. You got David Gill. I've seen him fight. Man, honestly, dude, that guy right there, he looks horrible. He quit against Cotto, and he quit against Golovkin. So don't give me that Golovkin's a destroyer against that guy. He faced a smaller, moving up in weight, Gabriel Sato, who had 5 losses already in his lower division, and gave him a 9-round fight. He busted him up, had cuts all over, but cuts are cuts. Some boxers are just gonna get cuts. That's what it is. That's their style. Then you got Dominic Wade. No power. He should have taken a loss to Salomon. Old 40-year-old boxer. Should have took a loss to him. Obviously, you're gonna say, "Oh well, it's his mandatory. He has to face him or he loses his title." Okay, fine. He beat him in 2 rounds, hitting him to the shoulder. That's not power, man. That's not skill. Or the guy was in there with someone that has no pop. He had 17 wins by knockout, but against who? Look at his record. He found nothing but losing record type of fighters. Let's be honest here. They give the guy too much credit. And yes, you can say the same thing about Canelo. People hate on him because he's gotten his chances because he's a money guy. Everybody's gonna give the money guy chances. Yeah, it's true. But the guy's skill is way better than Triple G's. Be honest. Triple G fans don't want to admit it, man, but the better boxer here is Canelo, and that's why I'm picking Canelo to win. Because he's the better boxer. And he's got power. And he's got speed. Gennady Golovkin, all he's got working for him is that long-range jab and the power. But so did Kovalev. Kovalev had that long reach. It didn't work against Ward because Ward got inside. And obviously, when you're a longer reach type of fighter, those hooks and those uppercuts don't work. They're not as fluent on a shorter guy than they are on a bigger guy. If I box against a smaller guy, I want to keep him on the outside. He's on the inside, he's dangerous. He can attack, he can hit me from different angles. On the outside, I keep him at the end of my jab, and that's all she wrote. So Kovalev needed to do that against Andre Ward. Andre Ward figured him out. I'm gonna get inside, get outside, get inside, get outside, but not at his range. If he stays at Kovalev's range, then obviously Kovalev wins the fight. Easy. We saw that in the first fight, where he had dominated the first couple rounds because he was at the end of his punches. Andre Ward figured it out. He's like, forget this. I'm going to go in. And then when I'm outside, I'm going to move my head, make a miss, catch punches. He did it perfectly in the second fight. I don't care what y'all say about low blows or not. Those were not low enough to be like, oh, yeah, this is a foul. He should have got disqualified. It wasn't like that, man. Y'all guys got to admit it. Gennady Golovkin knew this about Ward. He obviously didn't want to face him. That's why he ducked him. You're saying Triple G fans are saying Canelo ducked him. He didn't duck nobody, man. He just makes sure he's getting his money right. I would do the same shit. Get my money right, and I'll fight the big bad wolf and expose him. He knows what he already faced. He sparred him. He knows he has an idea of what to do in the ring with him. So he explained it perfectly. He's gonna stay on the inside, moving his head, catching punches, or he's gonna be all the way out. He's not gonna be mid-range because Gennady Golovkin is dangerous mid-range. Makes perfect sense to me. Makes perfect sense to Floyd Mayweather, to Andre Ward, to all the boxers, all the professional boxers who are giving Canelo a better chance than most of you casual fans, you Triple G fans that are thinking power is everything. Power didn't help Kovalev. Seriously, when Anthony Joshua faced Klitschko, he was getting his ass whooped, and it was because power didn't have anything to do with it, man. It was boxing skill. Klitschko was giving him a clinic until he got caught. Obviously, he's younger. He has that youth. He has all that energy to be able to throw combos and not be tired and be able to hang in there and be relentless when he uses all his might. But that doesn't tell you that the story of the fight. The story of the fight was close. So it's the same thing here, man. Like, Gennady Golovkin has a great shot. He's got power. He can change it at any moment. So can Canelo. If Gennady Golovkin gives him a free shot, Canelo knocks him out. He's not giving people free shots because they don't have any power. He's getting hit because he ain't got no skill to move his head. Point blank. David Lemieux was at the end of his jab, and that's why he got tore up. But Willie Monroe can box on the inside And he figured that out. He's like, man, you know what? I'm staying in here. It's better to be inside than to be out there getting caught. So he stayed inside, and he actually punched, and he hurt Golovkin a couple times. I'm not saying he hurt him to where he dazed him, but I mean, if you look at his face was a little bruised up. Ain't nobody gonna just take free shots. I'm a boxer. I used to box, and I still practice boxing. I'm not gonna let nobody just touch me up. I don't care who he is. He can knock me out if he catches me the right way. A grown man can catch you the right way and put you down. Point blank, period. I don't care what kind of chin you got. So stop creating this image of him, just like HBO saying he's this monster. He's not a monster. He's a man. Just like when Rocky faced the Russian, he cut him. He's a man. He can be hit, and he's been hit by smaller guys. He's been hit by taller guys. He's been hit by better boxers. I mean, obviously, Daniel Jacobs is a better boxer because he caught him. He has more speed. He wasn't as aggressive as he should have been, so that was his downfall. But this is not going to be the same thing, man. Canelo Alvarez is a more aggressive fighter, and he knows exactly what to do. He's been in there with them. Daniel Jacobs didn't have the choice. He learned by the 4th, 5th round what to do. He didn't have a chance to turn it on early. If he would have turned it on early, or got in on the inside and smothered his punches, because if I fight somebody bigger, heavier, stronger, and I'm on the inside, I smother his punches. He doesn't have the same power as if I'm at the end of his punch. When you're at the end of his punch, that's when he has the power. If you're on the inside, that power can be diffused by the shoulder roll, by pushing, by grabbing, by gloves. He doesn't have that same pop because he needs that leverage to throw a strong punch. So obviously, if Gennady Golovkin doesn't have that leverage, his power is not the same power that we're all thinking about. That's why he couldn't knock down, or he couldn't finish Daniel Jacobs, or even Kell Brook. Kell Brook figured it out, man. He outbox Gennady Golovkin. I don't care what y'all say, and he's not faster than Canelo Alvarez. So Canelo Alvarez is gonna outbox him. He's gonna look great. Obviously, if he gets caught, he goes down. He will go down, but nobody yet has been able to put him down, so it's not gonna be easy. He's a defensive, offensive. He's got both things. He's got offensive fighting, and he's got defensive skills. So he's not this chump like all the rest of them. He's never faced anybody even like close to Canelo Alvarez. Yeah, he doesn't have the foot speed to do what Daniel Jacobs did, but he doesn't need it. If Daniel Jacobs would have just stayed still a little bit. I don't know if you guys saw the fight, but if you saw the fight, he would say, his coach would tell him, walk, don't run, walk. What does that mean? Obviously, you don't want to run. If you run, you get caught at the end of a punch, and that's all she wrote. You get caught, then you get caught at the end of a punch. You're gonna get knocked out. That's why he told him, walk. Calculate every move. Move to the right, move to the left, calculate every move. Block. Every move you gotta calculate. Don't run. That's what Mayweather does. You people say Mayweather runs. He doesn't run. He calculates moves. If Mayweather stays in the middle of the ring, he beats anybody. Anybody. And it's been that way forever. So Canelo Alvarez have something similar. He can outbox people in the middle of the ring. He doesn't need to go to the ropes. He can if he wants to, but I wouldn't recommend it against Gennady Golovkin. It's a 50-50 fight, obviously, but I'm picking the better boxer. As simple as that. You guys commenting, thinking I'm saying I'm an amateur commentator and all that shit. You guys don't know shit about boxing. Don't know nothing about boxing. You've never been hit by anybody. You've never taken a punch. You never rolled a punch before in your life. I have. I know exactly what I'm talking about. And you guys, you just saying stupid shit just to fucking, oh yeah, GGG, motherfucker, and this and that. What the fuck is that, man? Explain why. If you're going with his power, okay, fine. You take power over boxing. But in boxing, the better boxer, want to say 80% of the time wins. And the better boxer is Canelo. He's going to expose him. All he's got to do is get past that jab. If he knows how to figure out that jab, it's a done deal. It's going to be Canelo Chavez Jr. again. The only difference is Canelo's going to try to throw punches, obviously. Chavez Jr. was a joke. But I told y'all the same thing with Chavez Jr. I told y'all he's a rich kid, doesn't need boxing to live. Obviously, these guys are more professional and they need boxing. They live boxing. See what I'm saying? Like, makes sense to me. Chavez Jr. is a daddy's boy. Tried to prove that he can be like his daddy, but he's never gonna be like his daddy. His daddy said one time that Chavez Jr. was better than his own self. I mean, come on, man. Who believes that? Raise your fucking hand if you believe that Chavez Jr. is better than his father. No way, man. That's ridiculous. So keep that in mind when you guys are saying all your stupid stuff that you say about Triple G being this monster. If it was this monster, why didn't he knock out Daniel Jacobs? Somebody else already did. Obviously, that other guy was a monster as well or something. But I don't think it was that, man. If anybody goes down, if you get caught. They were putting Daniel Jacobs as a weak chin, and it's not that he's a weak chin, man. He got caught. Anybody can get caught. Canelo Alvarez got caught at 19 by Miguel Cotto, and he wobbled. He knew how to, walk away and figure it out, and that's great. He figured it out, and who's wobbled him since then? Nobody. So, 19 years old, he got wobbled by Miguel Cotto. 20-year-old, he spars Gennady Golovkin. Right? Spars Gennady Golovkin. Now he's 26, almost 27. You guys really think that this is the same Canelo Alvarez? You guys are joking. You guys really think this is the same guy? You think he's gonna just fall down red low? Man, he knows what he's facing. Trust me, man. I was a 19-year-old too, and I don't know half the shit I know now. And that's because experience counts, man. Experience gives you all the momentum in a fight. And he's got that experience now. I mean, I would like for him to face Floyd, in a rematch. Obviously the weight's not there, man. Like, it's not even fair for Floyd to fight him at 160. Canelo can't make under 155, 54. So obviously that's a stupid thought. I mean, it's not even worth it. Let the guy retire and be undefeated. Shit, he's earned it. But yeah, he got a rookie in Canelo. That's obvious. Let me know what you guys think. Like, subscribe, dislike. It's all good.